everyone. My name is Alexis, or also known as It's Lex, according to my Instagram, because my name is Alexis, so it's Lex. This is my first time doing like any type of YouTube video, blog, whatever you want to call it. I'm not really the social type, but before I started this journey, or I guess this current situation that I'm in now, I did look towards YouTube and to see what other people in my situation have done and their results with the process. So basically, this video is to talk about I had a microdiscectomy, my S1 and L5 in the lower part of my spine, if anyone doesn't know what that is, in the lumbar area. Um, it was very difficult for me to come to this decision to get surgery because you think of back surgery like, oh my God, I'm not gonna be able to walk. I'm gonna be paralyzed, and it's pretty scary. I guess I just have to give you a brief background to what led me to this surgery, microdiscectomy. Tell you a little bit about myself. I've always been an athlete. My first sport was swimming, which I probably should have stayed with because that seems, the less impactful and damaging your body. But after that, I fell in love with basketball. So throughout high school and college and grammar school even, I played basketball. I've always been into just running, jumping, etc. So I think my sophomore year in high school, one day I just started getting like this back pain. And I brushed it off like it was nothing. I did a little stretching here and there. Excuse me. And one day I remember telling my mother about it. She didn't pay any mind. Oh, you're fine, just running, all that stuff. So one day I could not get up out of bed. Like the pain was so bad, I could not get up out of bed. So I was like 14, 13 years old. And I called my mother like, Mom, I can't go to school today. I cannot get out of bed. And I guess that's when she started to take it serious. So from that point on, I did see different doctors, chiropractors, my regular physician, acupuncture. They talked to me about surgery then. But my mother was like, no way, she's too young, we're not going to have back surgery. What the results showed from then, I got an MRI, and it showed that I had 2 herniated discs at the age of 14. I don't know where it came from, how it happened, and from what I believe, it was on my right side. Like I had pain down my right leg, but it was really vague. It was a while ago. So what worked for me then was I had the injection, the epidural injection of the steroid, and that helped me. Like literally, when I woke up from that, the pain was gone, and thankfully to me that it lasts up until present time. I have not had any significant back pain ever since that episode in high school, and from then I continued to play. I continued high school sports and as well as college sports. In the later years, in the recent years, the past 2 years, I would say, I got really big into fitness. I got into the sport powerlifting, and I love powerlifting. I do. You can see my shirt, Strong Friends. Meg Squat, she's a big time YouTube blogger person. She's amazing. You should check her out if you're interested in powerlifting and anything about powerlifting. She's an awesome person. Thanks for the shirt. I'm repping it. But so I fell in love with the sport powerlifting, and in the beginning it was just to see for fun, see how I would do. But then I realized, hey, I'm kind of strong. This is fun. Let me compete. So I took my training to the next level. All I did was lift. And everyone was like, oh, that's bad for your back. That's bad for your back. And I'm like, no, it's all right. My back is fine. Although I did have some aches and pains, that's normal with any sport, with football, basketball, golf, anything, tennis, you will have some aches and pains. So I thought that was normal. So coming up, let's bring up to, let me say, this past January, I started noticing some numbness in my pinky toe, like really minimal. I'm thinking, oh, maybe I'm a nurse as well, so I stand on my feet all the time. So I'm like, maybe it's from standing and my shoes that I was wearing. And then I noticed that the numbness started to progress. It went like to the first 2 toes, then the third toe, and then it just progressed up the leg. And so that caused for some alarm because it wasn't going away. So then eventually, let's say 2 months later, like I tried to do things on my own. I got acupuncture, I stretched, I went to a chiropractor, and then I was like, I need to see what's going on because I remember my history of having the herniated disc. So I went to my primary physician, and he ordered for an MRI. And I remember he called me, and my doctor never called me. He called me, and he said, "This isn't good." He's like, "Your back, your spine looks like that of a 90-year-old." And I was taking an alarm. The first thing out of his mouth, "You may need surgery." And I said, "What?" Like, no way, I am not having surgery. And so he recommended me to follow up with the neurologist because mainly my symptoms were the numbness, tingling, everything down the left foot this time. It wasn't the right foot, the left foot. He told me I had a large protruding herniated disc. I'll put a picture in so you guys can see it. In the L1S5, and also multiple bulging discs and all this stuff. I was like, oh yeah, I had that when I was 14. The impression of my MRI showed L5S1. There's a large posterior central disc protrusion that is leading to moderate to severe narrowing of the spinal canal. That's that pretty little bubble there that you guys see. That bubble was pressing on my nerve, causing all this pain. I'm glad it's gone. And the first thing out of his mouth, "Stop lifting." And that was very difficult for me. Up to this point in January, I was supposed to compete. I qualified to compete in the Arnold Raw Classic. And that's a big honor for me. I was so excited. I was looking forward to it. My training was going well up until the numbness started. And I had to pull out because I had to stop training. I just felt pain all the time. Even when I tried to push myself, things that weren't so heavy felt heavy. So I knew I was like, I have to slow it down, especially after seeing the MRI. It was really scary. So following that, I went to the neurologist. He said the same thing. You may need surgery. They wanted to put me on like nerve medication, Lyrica, gabapentin, things like that. And I was totally against it. So he just gave me some Motrin. I didn't want anything strong. Give me some Motrin. He gave me a muscle relaxer, which I probably took 4 or 5 times just to go to sleep, put you to sleep. Also, so following that, he recommended me to go see, it's like a spine pain management guy. So with him, I knew from knowing back from the first time that what worked for me was the injection. So I was like, I want to have the injection again. It worked last time. I bet you it'll work this time. So I got the injection. The first one was maybe in April of this 2016. It was in April. And following that, the pain in my lower back was gone. Like, I didn't really have pain, but I still had the numbness and tingling and burning in the lower leg off and on. It wasn't so bad. I could deal with it. And I actually was still doing some upper body movements, bench press, things of that nature. And so 2 weeks later, the doctor recommended that I get another injection. So I did. And, I was okay. I was able to work. I'm able to pick things up, bend down. At nighttime, I would have some discomfort. And I still would have like the pain or the numbness off and on. So I guess it worn off. It was wearing off. And then even that physician was telling me, you need to look into the surgery called a microdiscectomy. So once I learned the name and they explained it to me, I went on YouTube and I watched a lot of videos. I Googled, that's what you're supposed to do when you're thinking of surgery. So I saw maybe a total of 4 different doctors who were capable or who recommended me to have the surgery. And it took me a while to decide exactly who I would go to. I'm a big Yelp. I review everything. I review a restaurant, a store, anything. I review everything. If it's not on Yelp, if you don't have 5 stars or 4 stars, I'm not going. I'm not eating your food. I'm not going to your whatever. So I was reading reviews on a lot of the doctors that I've been to. Some of them had good reviews, some of them so-so. Then I ran across, and then plus insurance is another big thing. I was scared of insurance. I'm like, I have to find a doctor that my insurance covers because I don't want to be left with a big bill. I called, what's that thing on TV that we always see? The Laser Spine Institute, because they make the commercial sound so pretty. The gentleman walks out with a little Band-Aid and all that. So I called them to get my free MRI review, and they told me like a list of things of how bad my back was and that they could help me with this microdiscectomy and a couple other things that I wasn't aware of. And it would cost me $26,000 because they didn't take my insurance. So that turned me off, and whatever, that didn't happen. So I did more research, and I ran across a doctor that took my insurance and had awesome reviews. And he specialized in back spinal surgery. And I was like, yay, let's go. I went, and I got an awesome vibe from him. And he explained the surgery to me. And, it went well. So it took me about a month to decide, because I was like, oh, I kept pushing it off. Let me bring you to the current time. Today is July 23rd. So it took me a while since I saw him maybe 2 months ago. And I knew I wanted to do the surgery, but I was just like, I don't know when. Let me just push it off. And then I'm in the middle, maybe having a new job. Like, I was really concerned with the timing aspect. But however, in the past 3 weeks, the pain has gotten so bad. Like, I've never, like, during the whole time, the 6 months or so with dealing with the symptoms, they progressed bad. If you watch it, I was barely walking straight. I had to limp. It was hard for me to bend. I couldn't sleep because of the pain. I always had to change positions. And it wasn't even the back pain. Any of you who have herniated disc, it's the sciatic pain that's the worst. Goes from your glutes all the way down the back of the hamstring, over the foot. My foot felt like, the only way I could describe it is stepping in cement and just walking with it. It was heavy. I couldn't feel it. I didn't have drop foot. I heard some horror stories or read some horror stories about drop foot. I didn't have any of that, but I did have weakness. I can tell, like, even when I went to the doctors, he did this thing with my toe, and I couldn't move my toe. So I was having weaknesses in the left foot. So that was very alarming, and so I called to set up a date. They gave me at the end of the month, and I was like, no, I would like something sooner. So I went forth with it. I had the surgery. I had the surgery on the 15th, July 15th. Today is July 23rd. So about the surgery, like, this was my first time having any type of major surgery. I'd never been under general anesthesia or anything. So I was very fearful. And everyone, you say it's back surgery, you're like, oh my God, I'm scared. So it was scary. It really was. But soon after I woke up from the surgery took about, I think, an hour and a half to 2 hours from what I was told. And soon I went in the room, they said, oh, good night. And they put me to sleep, and I woke up in the bed, and that was it. And the first thing that I noticed as soon as I woke up, that numbness, that burning, that tingling down that left leg was gone. I was so happy because that was causing most of my, distress. It wasn't the back pain. I didn't have back pain. It was that numbness and burning down the leg and I could barely walk. So I was very happy after that. The doctor told my mother that they removed they scraped a large piece of the disc that was bulging, blocking, pressing on my nerve. So I did have some relief. So that was I was so excited. And I was sent home the same day on some, Percocet and muscle relaxers and Tylenol I was told to take. I was told not to bend down, no twisting, no standing for more than 5 minutes, no sitting for more than 5 minutes. It's 13 minutes in and I've been sitting. I'm going to have to change position soon. But yeah, so things like that, like, it wasn't too bad. So I woke up the next day when I was home. I slept on one side. It was really painful to sleep on my back. So I would sleep on the side, and the way I roll, like, I can't, how we just roll, like, oh, it's okay, we just roll. Like, I have to, like, align my spine and, like, log roll each way. And majority of the pain was just, like, incision pain from the incision site. I had no leg pain, no numbness. Knocking on wood, because I hope it continues. I watched some videos and I read some reviews. People say they still have the pain, frequent come and going of that nerve pain, but I have yet to have it as significant as it was before. Maybe about the 4th day, when I rolled out of bed, I noticed that I had some of the nerve pain in my left glute, but it didn't travel down. Since reading your reviews and talking to people, I'm not too alarmed, because they said that, because of the constant pressure on the nerve, that there could be some permanent nerve damage, and you may still have some sensation in that leg. So I wasn't too alarmed. So it's been 7 days since I'm post-op, and I'm very happy so far. Like, I want to cry. I'm very, very happy that that I got the surgery. I just hope it continues. This doctor was awesome, Dr. Cooperstein, from the Summit Medical Group in New Jersey. I'm a punk. I cry for everything, but I'm very happy because the pain is gone, and I feel like I'm doing very well. I have an appointment with him on Wednesday, and I'm hoping that I can start my physical therapy. Yes, because I want to move. My biggest thing, I'm not even rushing. Everyone, oh, you got to stop lifting weights. Okay, I'll put it on hold. But right now, my biggest thing is I just want to run. I want to be able to jump. I want to be able to do pull-ups and air squats and all those burpees and stuff. I want to be able to be active again. Before I started this, I weighed 156 pounds. So that was like my heaviest when I was lifting and strong. To the other day, 2 days ago, I was 140 pounds. I dropped so much weight, and I haven't even gone to the gym. People are like, you're so lucky. I wish I could lose weight not going to the gym. But I think I lost mainly muscle. It's not a little bit there. Not really. Whatever. I'll get it back. I promise. So, like I said, I'm very happy with the surgery. And just my recommendations, if anyone is considering having the microdiscectomy, it took me a while. Like, everyone's like, oh, why are you getting back surgery? You rushed into it. No, I've been dealing with this 6 months. I think is a long time. And literally, I went to the chiropractor. I had massage therapy. I did physical therapy. I did acupuncture. I did all these lasers and things and movements and cracking, medications, everything. And I stopped lifting. That was the biggest thing. I stopped lifting. I didn't stop working because nursing, we do a lot of lifting. But I feel like I, did okay, and the pain progressed. That was the biggest thing. It's not like I got better. Then I would have been like, I would have pushed it. I got worse. So I'm like, this may be my only option. So I went through it. So if you are considering it, please do your research. Find the right doctor. I've heard some horror stories with just this surgery, and there's a ton of spinal surgeries that they can do, and they say the microdiscectomy is the least, serious, I guess. They go in. I have a little slit. I don't have pants on, but it's about this big of an incision, so it's not really big. It's small. They go in there. They did open some things, and they cut something, put some sutures, and I got a nice little bandage, similar to the commercial. Had a little square bandage, 2x2. So this is day 1 with the bandage. They packed me up very nice. And this is the actual incision site covered with steri strips. And no bleeding, no pain from this site. I feel good, and I've been sitting here. I feel like my posture is much better. I'm more cautious of how to sit, how to stand, how to turn, and I hope that continues throughout my recovery. But I am very happy. I watched some of you guys' videos, and they were terrifying. I was so scared. But I'm very happy with the surgery. If you are considering it, best of luck. This is only my first time ever talking about it. I will post again maybe after I speak to my doctor, maybe, in 2 weeks or so, just to see let you guys know if you guys care. Because I know if you're watching this video, you may be considering the surgery just like I was. I know I watched some people videos because I'm saying, I want to have the surgery, but I'm scared. So I hope my story can help someone. And then you can just watch my progress as I get back into lifting, because that's my goal. I want to get back to lifting. My goal is to compete in the USAPL Raw Nationals 2017. And that's going to be in Florida, I believe. In Florida. Yeah, something happened. I think I don't have enough memory. But yeah, so my name's it's Lex. You can ask questions if you have any. I don't have any followers, but whatever. If you watch my video, I hope it helps, and best of luck. And I hope you recover soon, or you find a solution to your pain, because it's not fun to live with this pain. Take care.